YouTube, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to an episode of Tavern. Today's episode is not going to be that long, unfortunately, as you probably see by the title of it. But I have nobody with me, because I'm recording this literally super duper late. And we're going to actually play some Overwatch while I talk about these. We're going to go into 1v1 limited duel. But my topic this week are the top 5 games, in my opinion, that need a sequel. I guess I'll do this.
Prepare for battle.
But these are my games that I believe that need a sequel. Some of them I want more than others, and I'll list them, of course. These were, if you guys don't remember, I had a list. I wanted to do a list video on a yearly basis. Not a fucking yearly, but a weekly basis. And that weekly basis, I just couldn't do the podcast that and then have those Let's Plays. It would have become way too confusing to me on that front. And I still want to do them, but I just haven't found the way out. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, and hopefully we don't suck. Alright, we got an Orisa. That's what we wanted. We wanted him to pick up that Orisa. Bada bing, baby. Nice try.
Score.
Alright, let's go ahead and get into number 5 on the top 5 games that need a sequel. I'm going to say Jack 4 needs to already have been a thing. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to have some fun here. I'm going to have some fucking MLG Pro strats with the Widowmaker. But these are the top 5 games that, again, in my opinion, that need a sequel. So Jack 4. The reason I believe Jack 4 needs to happen, number 1, off the simple fact that, we haven't had a Jack game in God knows how long. Really, God knows how long. Almost. I don't even know. Since the PS2. I'm not counting any of those, like, garbage, like, racing or whatever. Ah. Come here. Come here. I went right into that one. Fuck. Yeah. So, reason Jack 4 needs a sequel. The reason Jack 4, yeah. Jack 4 needs to happen. Like, come on. Uncharted 4 happened. I think Last of Us 4 will happen, honestly, before Jack 4 happens. But I loved the Jack series. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't think Jack 1 was that great. I didn't love the franchise till Jack 2, and I gave Jack 2 a chance. I didn't buy the game at launch. I waited for it to go down in price a little bit, and then as a kid I was like, alright, I'll try this one. And then that's when I really loved Jack 2. I love Jack 2. It's my opinion, the best one out of the series. I think Jack 3 is very good, but it doesn't nail particularly everything that I do love about the series. I feel like what they did with the Jack series, they said, we have, without a doubt, fun-ass combat. And they said, we want to do this without, you know, make it a kid's game. Because, let's be honest, Jack, unfortunately, it's a kiddie game. I don't want to say kiddie, but it's a game that... that if you want to be, like, fair, like, the game is, it's not a hardcore game, even though I say it's a fun-ass game. Like, I don't think, you're not gonna get the everyday gamer to be playing Jack 4. I'm not saying that people wouldn't buy it, and but I don't feel like in today's modern society, you will see a lot of people go out and buy Jack 4. But yeah, I think Jack 4 should happen. And yeah, I just feel like Jack 4 is a no-brainer. And there are other games on here that I do want a sequel for more than this, just off the simple fact because I think some of these are dreams, some of them aren't. But you can only hope. And coming in at the next is a series that I love. I think the series is absolutely incredible.
Score.
yeah, I think this series needs a sequel, and you'll probably notice a pattern here. But I'm gonna go with Azura's Wrath. If you guys didn't know what Azura's Wrath was, Azura's Wrath is kind of it's a storytelling game, almost kind of like the Telltale games, but a lot more action heavy, and you really don't get to play it as much. It's really more of an experience that you kind of have. And I know that kind of sounds terrible as a game, but it worked. If you were a fan of Dragon Ball Z or really any form of an anime, you probably enjoyed this game. And when I say enjoy it, you probably loved it. I enjoyed this game highly. I thought it was fun. It was different, and that's what I personally loved about it. It was different. It wasn't your traditional shooter that was blah blah blah. It was just a fun as hell game that just honestly needs to happen. I just loved Azura's Wrath so much, and it pains me that this game has not gotten a sequel.
And everyone.
This game is so good.
Looking for me?
So good. If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, this is literally the closest thing to you getting almost a real-life Dragon Ball Z game. It's on the PS3. It's on the Xbox 360. If you haven't played it, come on. Let's get to it. Let's play the game. Let's play one of the best games, in my opinion, of last generation. And I know that's kind of a shocking thing to say, but I absolutely enjoyed my time with Azura's Wrath. Let me just put him out of his misery.
See you later.
Oh, I'm not gonna put this man out of his misery. Oh, damn it! I wanted to play the game of Sampa so badly, but yes, the reason I think Azura's Wrath. Like I said, it just is a different game. It's different for the right reasons. Like, they nailed what they were trying to do in that. They were going for an over-the-top ass game, and this was fun. It didn't, in the sense gameplay-wise, it's not gonna razzle-dazzle you in sort of gameplay, but I think you'll enjoy the story that you have with it, and you'll enjoy the time that you're sitting there and playing it. Because I personally did. I think it's an absolute blast just to play. I think it's a ton of fun that anybody can play. It's highly replayable because there's so many different chapters. And the DLC is incredible. The DLC is basically a fighting game where you battle like Ryu and Akuma, and then you even do it like in the actual game, and they get pissed off. Like Ryu goes into Evil Ryu, and then Akuma goes into Oni Akuma. It's just incredible game that I hope Capcom really doesn't forget about. Unfortunately, I do think he's not even in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I was hoping he made the list of characters. But, yeah. So, and I'm just, actually, probably people would be expecting, I didn't put any Half-Life or Portal or anything on here. These are games I want more of, because I even think Valve, to an extent, they've made great games, and these are games that I don't feel like I've ever gotten that next fair shot. And especially with games like Left 4 Dead and Portal, especially on Steam, where the modding community makes so much difference that it doesn't really, you can play, like Portal, they make tons of levels. If you want to go play Portal, play one of the community created levels. And I think that's what they went for. And then, like, Half-Life, I get why people enjoy it. It's not my highly, like, oh my god, I've got to play it type game. I played it. I thought it was fun. I didn't think it was absolutely a necessary I didn't think it was a game that it definitely deserved its hype, but I did not enjoy it as much as I did other games. Because the game's very good. But, yeah. But yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and move on. Number 3, Vanquish. The reason I don't think, again, I kind of am, when I first saw my list here, I really didn't like it that much, so I actually rewrote it, I should say, before I, before I started filming. And number 3 is Vanquish. If you guys don't know what this game is, why do you not know what Vanquish is? Vanquish is a highly replayable game in so many ways. It's so fun and addictive. And I won't lie, this game, it got a lot of passes because of its power sliding mechanic. That is a lot of fun. Its story is good though, and its combat is very good too. It's a game that I feel like they kind of had as almost of a tech demo to see, like, well, we'll see how this works out. But at the end, they were like, we can make something out of this.
I welcome adversity.
And, yeah, I feel like,
Two.
fucking Vanquish had a very great concept to it. It was very fun. I love Vanquish. I cannot say enough good things about Vanquish. Its cover system, I feel like the story always needs work, and it was a tad bit on the shorter side, but like I said, I do believe this was a very, very almost gimmicky game that they didn't even know themselves that was going to be that powerful. Not when I say that powerful, but that influential of a game, I'll say. That a lot of people enjoyed. God, he's bad.
Score 3-0. Prepare for battle. Select.
But I think Vanquish, I'm sorry to get off track. I was focusing there, Zen, but it's an absolute joy to play. Really a phenomenal game from just really top to bottom. Platinum did port this over to the PC, and I hope that this does mean that they see that this game does deserve a sequel.
We're all soldiers now.
I just think that Vanquish is just an amazing, incredible game that everybody should play. It's not gonna wow you in any. Oh, okay. That was. It's not gonna wow you and say, "Oh my God!" It just is a solid ass game that needs another chance. But yeah, I think Vanquish, it did everything right. Like, it had a game, but I just don't think that it sold well enough for Sega and Platinum to kind of say, all right, we can justify this. See, you gotta be up above. Where the hell did this man go? Oh. Mistake! But yeah, I think it's a very phenomenal game. Vanquish needs to have a sequel for the every right reason. Everything was really good about Vanquish. It did literally everything right. Like it was new and original, and I think that's why a lot of people did end up falling in love with it. And I just, yeah, go play Vanquish. It's a highly enjoyable game that I think everybody should play.
30 seconds to zero.
Cannot recommend this game enough. Damn it, I would have had that. But now these last two games, I need a true sequel to them. A true sequel. Okami. Number 2 is Okami. Let me just run down the list for you, alright? So number 5, Jack 4. Absolutely gotta have this. Number 4... fuck. What was it?
I like
Azura's Wrath. Azura's Wrath was number 4. Fuck, I've been focusing so much on being MLG as an Overwatch, but yes, I overly enjoy. There we go. Okay, I was worried there, but
Score.
yes, Azura's Wrath. Number 3 was Vanquish. Number 2 is Okami. The reason I love Okami is, I loved everything about it. The art style, the story, the gameplay, the bosses. It's an absolute incredible thing. Just, oh my god. And then they did do a sequel with Okami Din, but Okami Din was, it's not bad. Okami Din wasn't bad. But I want a AAA, big budget ass game that just nails exactly what Okami could indeed be. This game has potential to be money. And I'm not even joking when I say that. Okami has potential to be money. It's got... Like, everybody loves that dog. It's just a kick-ass game.
been here all along.
That could be a form of Capcom Zelda. And it's a shame that the game really hasn't got its fair share, almost, in my opinion.
Ahorita regreso. I'm out of here.
There we go, baby. We got the loot box. But yes, Okami has the potential to be a form of a Zelda if they give it the chance. Give it a Monster Hunter World type treatment where you go all the fuck out. And yeah, you can 100% manage that. The game has its money. And people buy statues for this fucker. People absolutely love Amaterasu. It's a game that justified a sequel to every fucking T and just never got one. If I'm Sony or Microsoft, I try to buy this IP off Capcom because you can make a shit ton of money. If you give it to a proper RPG studio, oh my god, you're just asking to have money. All right, let's get ready for disappointment, y'all. This is your intermission loot box in disappointment 2017 disappointment. And there we go. All right. But yes, Okami is so good, from just an absolute incredible game. And yeah, now you kind of notice 2 games of Capcom, and we'll go ahead and move on to number 1. And spoiler alert, it's a Capcom game. Beautiful fucking Joe. Where the fuck is Beautiful Joe 4? And no, I'm not talking about Red Hot Rumble, because Red Hot Rumble was terrible. Now, actually, let me rephrase that. Red Hot Rumble was not a bad game. When I say bad, it was mildly entertaining for a little bit. I would probably, if I went back and played it, maybe like a 5 or a 6. But I don't have fond memories of the game.
Now
Beautiful Joe.
entering the Black Forest.
Just, wow, I love this game. It had the charm and humor. I should probably not do this. I should probably pick fair, but it had the charm and humor of great games. Of just like an old style Capcom game. Had cheeky and witty humor, almost from like Sonic and maybe even Mario. Ratchet and Clank, actually. Ratchet and Clank has that cheeky humor from Ratchet and Clank.
I will protect the innocent.
It's got great beat 'em up gameplay, like classic beat 'em up. Ah. Nope.
Clearing the area.
No. Fuck. Fuck. She rocket punched me. But Beautiful Joe is a game that I fucking love to death. Absolutely love to death. And I'm not joking.
Select your hero.
Beautiful Joe had the great beat 'em up gameplay. It had excellent bosses. Now, I do think Beautiful Joe needed to improve in probably one area, and that was maybe the story of the game. The story did get repetitive throughout Beautiful Joe 1 through 3. But it had great gameplay. It was, oh my goodness, I just cannot recommend enough Beautiful fucking Joe. I love that game to death. I love Beautiful Joe just because it hits every point of a game that I love. And that's my really game that I think deserves a sequel. They fucking put out 1 through 3 like hotcakes.
Hi.
You want to say hi? We'll play hi. You can't heal inside there, I think. I don't know, actually.
Let's see you get past this.
Okay. But yes, it deserves a sequel for every...
Go to sleep. The
For it just, I love the game. I love Beautiful Joe. It's combat, it's bosses, it's platforming.
For battle. Select your hero.
It does everything right that it needs to. And I loved it for that. It just didn't get the story right. Because stories back then weren't really as important. If I played them now, I'd maybe give them like a 7 or an 8. If they gave it, I think, a chance to have a decent story, and just like polish it up a little bit, oh my god, if they put 1 through 3 out as a collection, I would give up. I would, no joke, probably take maybe 4 or 5 days off from work to play Beautiful Joe. Oh my god, I would lose my shit.
Hiya. Oh, hi. I forget that. Hiya. Hi.
Oh, this guy wants to play nice.
Be right back. Be right back. Hi. Did I miss something? Thanks, love.
I don't know what this man wants.
Need healing.
Thanks.
Fall in here.
I have this under control.
No. Anyway, well, I guess we're just sitting here talking to this gentleman.
30 seconds remaining.
push the attack now, we're gonna lose. Locking down
Capture the
Rally
objective.
to me.
To win. Perfect.
Okay.
Score.
Okay, I'm just kind of shocked here, but Beautiful Joe really does nail
Prepare for battle.
everything that it wants to do. And I feel like that's why this game deserves a sequel, because it can succeed in today's environment. That game I know can succeed. Capcom has this really, I just honestly should have made this list, a list of the top 5 Capcom games that need a sequel, because I could make another 2 Capcom games that I really want sequels for.
I will protect the innocent.
But yeah. I got this.
这样可以挡住他们。
Where is he at? Let's see what he does. But yeah, that's kind of what I gotta say, guys. If you guys want the list one more time, it was Jak 4, Azura's Wrath, Vanquish, Okami, and Beautiful Joe. I'm fucking floating. I've mastered the form of levitation.
Hi. I was only trying to help. Amazing. 这个世界值得我们奋战。Hang in there. Knocking them off. Hi.
30 seconds.
We don't have much time. Don't let up.
Am I gonna be a dick if I do this? I think he learned. Hold on, I can get him.
Capture the objective. To win.
No!
Securing the objective.
Perfect.
Grab your Stromboli, baby. I'm going in. I'm not going out this time.
Prepare.
Oh, now I'm gonna go for the play of the game.
Select your hero.
Play of the game. But yeah, guys, tell me what your guys' top 5 sequels that you want. And I kind of put a little bit of a strain, because the games that I wanted sequels for are games that haven't had a sequel. That haven't had a sequel yet, or in the case that they don't get that fair chance, in my opinion, to get a
And
sequel.
everyone. Looking for me? Let's get started. Hey,
I had to do it. Play of the game, give it to Somber.
To 1.
Alright, now I hit him with the specials.
Select your hero.
I'm sorry. Gotta get played. You gotta get to play the game of Samba. I'll let this man kill me. He's been a kind soul.
Greetings. Peace be upon you.
No. No. Hold on. Hold on.
Every rooster crows in its own pen. Hello, world.
I wonder if I just gonna have to back it off on him.
We must wrest victory from the jaws of time.
He left the game, baby! I win!
Victory.
Pachow! Pachow! Did I get honor or did I get summer? Give me summer. Give me summer. Come on, give me summer.
Play of the game.
When you hack in. Let's play the game. But yeah, you gotta hack in there sometimes, guys. But anyway, I know, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this wasn't really the traditional Nerd Tavern, and we'll probably try and get back to that next week. I'm not gonna guarantee we'll have news or anything like that. We might just do one of these lists. But yeah. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Tell me what your guys' top 5 most wanted sequels down are in the comments below. Tomorrow we should be back to at least having guests here. I can't guarantee it won't be like this or something. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean the world to me that you did watch this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.